You're on Outside the Beltway. I'm John Fredericks, and I am your blowtorch of free speech in America. Thanks for being with us, as always, live in Washington, D.C. White House special press briefing today at 1 o'clock. We will have a special show there from the White House at 2:30 p.m. 2:30 p.m. special show on the White House lawn across our network. We're going to break into regular programming for that. They normally don't call these on Friday. We already had one Wednesday, so something is up. Might be an appearance from President Trump or from Secretary of the Treasury Scott Bessent or from Russ Vought, but they didn't call this press conference at 1 o'clock on a Friday for nothing. So something is going to be there. We got a lot of people backed up today. We got Senator Doug Mastriano is with us. We've got Mel. You're going to have to hang on now, Mel. I'm a little bit behind, and it's good to have everybody with us as always. And this segment is brought to you by Engineer Tax Services. I tell you what, Julio Gonzalez's book here, which I just got done reading, is free. You got to get this. Why Billionaires Love the Tax Code. Why Billionaires Love the Tax Code. It's because they take advantage of it and we don't. Tax code is 2 million pages. We pay way too much money in taxes because even if our accountant is the best in the world, they don't have the resources to look at everything, all the grants available and things that you might be eligible for. And just go ahead and get your taxes done. But before you file them, you just want to engage with Julio's company, Engineer Tax Services. Send them to Julio. They'll look at them. And if they can save you more money, they take 5 to 10% of only what they save you beyond what your accountants did. They don't get it between you and your accountant. That's the beauty of this. You can get their free book and information. All you have to do, take the first step in tax freedom. Take advantage of everything out there like the billionaires do, like President Trump does, right? Just text the word ETS, that's Engineered Tax Services, just the acronym. Text the word ETS to the number 26786. Text ETS to 26786, ETS 26786. You're going to get your free book, Why Billionaires Love the Tax Code, from Julio. They'll also contact you if you want to engage them. They'll tell you what to do. And you can start by sending them your 24 taxes. They'll look at that and say, we can still go back and save you money. So all of that there. And if you're audited, they'll defend it. Great people. That's how he's built a great company. This is tax revolution for MAGA. This is MAGA tax literacy. Text ETS 26786 and you're good to go. All right. Let's get to Eric Conroy. Eric running for Congress, Republican, Ohio 1. Eric, thanks for joining us.
John, thanks for having me.
Eric, tell me the first thing is, tell us about the makeup of your district. Is it going to get redistricted? What are the boundaries and who's in there now?
Sure. Well, the makeup of my district is primarily the downtown Cincinnati metropolis area and then some outlying suburban areas. So Ohio has had a redistricting on the books here for about 4 years. It's legally required to redistrict this year. And while I'm not sure, and I don't think anybody's really sure where those lines are going to be drawn in the next couple months, what I can say is I intend to beat Greg Landsman, a radical Democratic leftist here, regardless of where those lines are. And Greg Landsman has voted in line with Biden policies about 98% of the time, which is more in line with an AOC or a Nancy Pelosi, and not really what common sense representatives want here in the Cincinnati, Ohio area.
So what did he win by last time? Like, what is that district? D plus what?
It's a little hard to tell. You could call it about a D plus, maybe 3 or 4. It really depends how you want to split it. And
well, what did Harris win the district by?
Yeah, I think it was about D plus 5 or so. It's a bit hard to tell with last running. All right. So let's just cut the chase. So D plus 5, Harris won by 5. So it's a competitive district, right? It's a competitive district outside of Cincinnati. By the way, too bad about the Reds. Sorry they got beat. We're still looking between the Reds and the Bengals. That's for sure.
It's a good young team, but the Bengals are a disaster. But it is what it is. So forget them. But since Cincinnati's always been the more conservative area, of the urban areas of Ohio, especially the suburbs. So, D+5 is winnable. Now, are you going to have a contested primary to get the nomination?
It's a little unclear at this point, right? What we do have is we have the best candidate story and the best candidate team as well. And we are prepared to take on any and all opponents, whether in the primary or in the general. And really what the region is looking for here is a new conservative champion to take up the mantle in DC for them, right? And this is an opportunity to turn this area red again, like it was back in the Steve Shabbat days a couple terms ago. We really think that's what people want here. And there are a lot of kitchen table issues, excuse me, like the economy, and like safe streets. We've had a rash of crime here that people want to get back to solving and back to the basics.
Are you the MAGA candidate in this race?
Yes, I am. And I really believe in what President Trump is doing. A lot of his policies are refreshing, and they're refreshing takes. I've seen a lot of his reform that he's done, both in the Department of Defense, well, Department of War now, I have to get used to that a little bit, and the intelligence community. And his look on things is something that has been needed for a long time to overturn the status quo on the Republican side for the last several decades. So what he is doing nationally is extremely promising and needed.
What was your take? I mean, your background, you were a former CIA case officer. What did you think about the James Comey indictment?
What's been very interesting, and let's be very clear, the Democrats have shown no limits in abusing federal power to go after their opponents. And if this is true, this is very damning. And this is not a country that has one set of laws for Republicans and one set of laws for Democrats, and one set of laws for high-ranking officials and one for everybody else. This is the same set of laws for everyone. And this is just another example of the Democrats using Bush League antics and tactics to go after opponents. And this is why the Bidens, the Obamas, and the Clintons have just steered that party into a ditch, is because they can't win straight up elections because they have no thoughts and no ideology. So they're forced to resort to Bush League tactics like this.
Let me ask you something. Is Tim Edson your general consultant? I heard that rumor. Is that true?
He is. He is my political mad scientist, and I'm thrilled to have him on the team. It's I was watching TV this week, and Back to the Future was on, and there's Doc Brown, there's Marty McFly, and I consider Tim my Doc Brown, and of course I'm the Marty McFly in the race. But we make a great team together, and he's the best in the business.
Tim and I go back, oh my God, I don't know how many years.
I think Doc Brown has a little bit more hair than Tim does, but we won't hold that.
He was a young pup. This is back in like 2010. We go back. He was running a lieutenant governor's race at a convention in Virginia. I don't even remember the candidate, but Tim is one of the best in the business. So if you got Tim as your guy on your campaign, and you're part of the Edson clan, you're going to be in pretty good shape in winning this race. So,
but look, I know you mentioned the lines and some of the statistics, and with some new lines, we're very optimistic that this is going to be a very red district, and even without the redistricting, it is still winnable with the right strategy and the right candidate, which we believe we have this time around. And we need to get rid of Greg Landsman. He is a radical leftist, which is not appropriate for here.
So. You're confident, but you don't know what the lines are, right? I mean, and when will that be determined?
We're hoping within the next couple months. It's a bit of an interesting process how it gets decided. But what we do have is we have a GOP that wants to add seats in DC and make sure that we're preserving the MAGA agenda in DC, which is needed, and we can't have.
But you haven't answered my question. I mean, obviously you're running for Congress. You have to know what the lines are.
Right.
I assume you have a primary coming up sometime this spring, so you have to know where you're running.
Right.
What is the time frame date that you would expect to get? Here's the lines now.
We're hoping about early November is what we're hearing.
Okay, so about a month, you're going to know where your district is.
Right.
But you're confident that if it changes, it's going to change. It's going to move red. But you're confident that even if it doesn't change or changes minimally, you still think within the existing framework of District 1, you have the wherewithal to win this seat.
We believe there are large macro issues here, like the economy and the crime, that people want to change on, and they want a new representative to take those issues on in DC. So we think that there are underlying issues, regardless of the lines, that we can take this district back.
All right, Doug Mastriano coming up, and along with Ox, follow Eric at the Eric42. At the Eric42. Eric, good luck. We'll have you back. Good luck in your race. We'll be right back.